Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of Wildcat.
Yes.
Week.
Studio
Yes.
audience. Nice, Jameson. Why do I keep saying?
All right, we're just not even gonna act like he called me Jameson right there.
I did that during the interview.
Yeah, he did
Donovan.
that during the interview too. We first want to apologize for not having an episode.
It's all Donovan's fault.
Actually wasn't. We just had technical difficulties that
Tired?
we have. Yeah, kind of. We've had technical difficulties that we did not think was gonna.
We didn't realize it. Yeah.
Since the first episode.
Yeah, it was weird. Like when we first got in here, something wasn't working with my computer, and then I was like, I called Donovan because Donovan originally wasn't supposed to be even on the podcast because he had some stuff to do.
I had a lot of homework.
And then I called him, and he was like, "You know what? Podcast comes first."
Podcast comes first.
And so he showed up. And we were able to record two halves of it together, but
and then it just
didn't get released. So
and then I was listening to it back, and it would have been actually
horrendous
to upload.
Yeah.
We'd have done Amplify but I also have to call out your father. Because what's his name? Chris.
Good old Chris Hnaty.
All right, Chris Hnaty. We have a problem.
Papa Nat.
Okay, I've never met you, but
you can refer to him as Papa Nat.
Papa Nat.
Yeah.
Papa Nat. Owen informed me that you watched our last episode. And you said, "What's that on his face?"
Yeah. It looks like a caterpillar, Donovan.
It's a beautiful mustache. Okay. Did you see Top Gun Maverick this summer?
He saw it like 3 times.
You should understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the next Rooster. That next thing to come along, Chris, the 6-pack. That's not gonna be here for a while, but that's the next on the line.
Yeah,
so,
Dad, come on, don't hate on my boy Donovan.
Yeah.
Actually, the whole time on the phone, I was like, yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
I know you were. I know, Dad. I've been trying to tell him that he needs to get that off.
I was like, yeah, Dad. I told him that literally every time he sent me a Snapchat over the summer. I was like, well, what is that trash on your face, you idiot?
My mom says that she's like, yeah, I think you should save it, but it's you, not me. I was like, thanks, Mom. Thanks, you're a real one for that one. But yeah, so we're just gonna get straight into the rundown of what's been happening over this past week and a half ish. Yep. So Owen will take it away with the women's sports.
Going into the women's cross country schedule. Yeah. Going back in the archives a couple days ago, actually, September 23rd, this just Friday, the women ran in Minnesota, and they came out 8th of 30. So I guess a slight
8th of 30.
8 of 30, which is, that's pretty solid if you ask me.
Top third, top 33%.
Yes, of course, the top.
A little bit higher than that.
Yeah, and also they just got ranked number 9th, so very big shout out to them. I'm sorry. Shout out to them for
what rank?
Oh, they just got ranked number 9. So, yeah. So, going on and looking at their list. So, Minnesota Duluth, I don't know. They came first. Winona State came in 3rd. Wisconsin Lacrosse, or maybe it's lacrosse. Came 3rd. Michigan Tech, which is a Division II school, came 4th. Shio Falls, I guess.
Sioux Falls.
Sorry, I'm not from the Midwest. They came 5th. And then we don't have 5 or 6, and so we got 8th is us. So, going on into their
Shio Falls.
I don't know. Shut up. Sioux City. I'm so stupid. Going on into our top 7. So you have Jenna Cohenhoven. I guess that's her name.
I think last year I was saying Cohenhoven, but
Cohenhoven.
I don't know.
Jenna, if you actually watch this, you probably don't, but if you have a problem with how we pronounce your name, you can send us an email. It's donovan.edwards at myemail.nwest.edu.
So only me, not Owen.
Yeah. You want them to spell Hnatyshyn?
No.
Okay.
No, please.
So Jenna ran a 23:25.2. Addie Dewey ran a 23:27.0. Ashley Hastings ran a 23:53.4. So that was our top 3. That was 22, 25, and 40th ranked overall. So a pretty solid performance for the girls.
Out of 30 teams?
Out of 30 teams, 8th out of 30 teams, which is, especially with I had the chance to do a article on the cross country team for the Sojourn, or for not the Sojourn, the Chronicle Tribune. And, I talked to Coach on a good length about how obviously the men's team has been pretty dominant over the past couple of years with, guys such as Stephen Ott. Now they've added Eli Fullerton to that list. But the women's team are on a come up. They're returning a lot of girls, and which Coach said, and obviously Jenna, who is an All-American, they're returning her as well. Their coach did say that, and they also have a new coach. It's the same. They're the men's coach who was the old head coach for both teams last year. Now he's just strictly the men's coach.
Oh,
and he's kind of acting as the women's assistant coach. And they had an assistant coach who was who's a woman, and she is now. Yeah, and she's Sarah? Yes, she is now the coach, Coach Sarah. Congratulations to her on her first. Or not her first meet, but her second meet coming 8th out of 30th. So, yeah.
I have a strong feeling she's going to take Dr. Fiebig's job when he retires.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she TA'd when I took Comm Theory last year.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, but no, it's a solid upgrade from the second week, which, it's the first their first tournament, or their first meet, where they came 4th out of 14th, which isn't awful by any means. It's top 5.
That meet?
The Twilight Invite, but
I saw 3 girls puke.
Yeah, but coming in 8th out of 30th is also a solid upgrade as well.
This one girl from St. Francis, dude, it literally looked like black tar coming out of her mouth.
Okay, so going on to women's soccer, their past 3 matches, I guess, on the pitch, as they like to call it.
On the pitch.
The pitch. Sorry to our British listeners, I feel bad now. They played the Masters University of California over at Wildcat Field. That was probably a pretty far plane ride. Or do you think they flew?
I would hope.
Gee, that
would suck.
That'd be some NAIA stuff right there, though.
That'd be some NAIA stuff. They make you drive it.
Anyways, they won. So they came all the way out here to Mariana to take a fat L. 3-0.
I hope they're, I really hope they're doing like a East Coast kind of road trip.
Yeah.
Because if they just came out here to play us and go back, that's rough.
That'd be awful, dude. Oh, gross. No, never mind. On September 17th, Saturday, they faced against number 21 Lindsey Wilson College over in Kentucky. And that was actually our first number on the board that isn't a win. It was a tie, 1-1. Gosh dang it. They suck. I'm just kidding.
They suck.
So, at that point, they were 7-0-1. But then, September 24th, this past Saturday, they took a fat dub against Goshen College over in Goshen, Indiana, the hometown of my co-host, Donovan Edwards. And they won 4-0. So take that L, Goshen College. And now they sit currently at 0-1. They are ranked 10th overall. And we actually are recording this after our interview. And so, the girls will tell you about a little bit about how they think they deserve to be ranked higher. I personally think they also deserve to be ranked higher.
After listening to their thoughts and questions and concerns, yes, I agree.
Yeah. So at home, they're 4-0 at home, so because it was an away game that they tied, and then away they are 4-0-1. So they've actually played about the same amount of even games, home and away. They're 4 at home and 5 away. So, going on to – congratulations to them on being ranked 10th, though. They did climb up a little bit. So, going on to women's swim and dive, they started their season off literally on the exact same note they ended on. They're coming into the season ranked. I do know that for sure. They're ranked 7th currently right now.
Wow.
They're legit, honestly.
They're kind of dogs.
Yeah. So anyways, they had their first meet this past Friday and Saturday, with sessions 1 being on Friday, September 23rd, and then sessions 2 and 3 being at Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. And they came out on top. There was only 4 teams in this event, but with it being swimming, obviously, that's a lot. It's a lot of people competing. So for your team to be ranked first place is actually wildly impressive. So not really sure how the point system works. We probably have to have the girls on, but they scored 431.50 points, and the closest was Lindsey Wilson College with 346.5 points. So they dominated.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and then Campbellsville University had 123, and then Bethel University had 71. So yeah, that was that's pretty bad. They kind of dominated the competition. So congratulations to them on them being ranked, starting off the season hot, and then just dominating in their first event. Going on to women's tennis, guess what, Donovan? They freaking did it.
Yeah. They
did it. Interrupt me whenever you want, because I mean you're pretty close to this team. They are currently ranked number 5 in the country, very deserving of that ranking. They defeated the number 4 in conference ranked Spring Arbor University, not number 4 ranked in the country. They were ranked number 4th in conference. They defeated them 4-0, a dominating win, and on this past Thursday. And then on Saturday, they played against the number 2 team in the conference, Marian University. Obviously, we were number 1. And for the 31st year in a row, the women's team won it all.
Yeah.
They won 4-0. Coach Gleghorn put the girls right back on top as Coach Shigley ended the season last year. And they're going to go into the ITA Midwest Regional Tournament on a very, very hot note. They're undefeated. They've outscored their opponents a lot to nothing.
Yep. Yeah,
actually, no, a lot to 1, a lot to 2, a lot to 2. So yeah, Donovan, you just tell me, I guess, from watching it on kind of from you're there, so you're kind of first person. Obviously, you're not on the team, so I guess from watching it on an outside perspective, how has it been to just watch an absolute masterpiece and destruction of every team they played against?
It's funny because they play the doubles point first, and there's three sets of doubles.
Yeah.
And they only play one set. So it's the first 1 to 6 games. And we don't know if a game is. It's
match.
0 or love.
Yeah.
So it'd be 0, 15, 30, 40. Boom. That's one game. So that's 1-0, let's say. And so once you accumulate 6, you win your set. And all you have to do is just win 2 out of 3 of those matches. I think the entire Crossroads tournament, I think we were 6-0 every single court for each of those 3, except for one time we were 6-1.
Wow.
The doubles
nuts.
points literally take about 20 minutes, and they come literally. This happened their quarterfinals match. All of a sudden, I see our number 3 doubles walking off the court, and our number 1's doubles were the only ones still playing. And I looked at, her name's Emily on the team, and I said, "Wait, you guys are done already?" And she goes, "Yeah, you gotta get your pictures quick." And I was like, dude, it's literally been 20 minutes, and you guys are already done with doubles.
That's wild, bro.
But yeah, then when they move on into singles, I mean, it's just been utter dominance. I mean, you really, I think of every single match of the Crossroads League, if they would have played out every single match and not just played a clinch is when you accumulate 4 points, boom, you automatically win. All the other matches stop. I think we would have won every single match except for one, because I think one of our girls wasn't doing very well when it comes to singles. So that means over the 3 match span, we would have been 12-1.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it was just crazy, utter dominance.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was a huge monkey off of Coach's back.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to lose.
Yeah, there's already been 30 banners. It would be awful if I was kind of the reason why we didn't get it to 31. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's been a great week for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So congratulations to them again on being now ranked number 5 in the country and winning their 31st Crossroads League tournament in a row. And massive congratulations to their new head coach as well. So now finally ending with women's volleyball, we got about 6 games that they've played since we last met. They on September 14th, they played at Huntington College. They won that 3-0. An absolute domination shutout versus Goshen College as well. They shut them out on September 16th, 3-0 over in Lucky Arena. And then again at Lucky Arena, they played against the receiving votes Bethel University, another conference foe, and won that 3-1. So dominating, but not a shutout. I'll take it, I guess.
I guess.
And then on September 21st at Grace College, they over in Winona Lake, Indiana. Beautiful place, by the way. Been there a couple times. Anyways, they shut them out 3-0. And then against University of St. Francis, Indiana, another conference foe over in Lucky Arena, won that 3-0. And then Donovan, they hit the brick wall.
Taylor.
Number 19, Taylor. Over in Upland, Indiana at the Audley. I'm going to murder it because I hate Taylor. Audley Arena. They lost 2-3, sadly. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, they're ranked 12th. They are dogs. They got that dog in them. But Donovan, we're recording this on Tuesday night for all the listeners. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, September 28th at 7 o'clock, they will be playing against the number 3 ranked team in the country, Marian University. So, a battle of...
Is that home?
Yeah, it's at home over in Lucky Arena. So maybe we'll have I guess the...
Unfortunately, I can't make it to that game because I have to do a group project.
That is tough, Donovan.
Not fun.
Nope. So, yeah, but I'll talk a little bit more about all that stuff later, about what they got coming up, because they got some big games coming up. They got number 3. They got a receiving votes team they're going against. And then obviously later on in the season, they'll once again play Taylor, who's currently ranked 19th at here, though, in Lucky, over in October.
I do like that how volleyball plays.
Yeah, basketball does it the same way, right?
Yeah. Volleyball and basketball play everyone in the conference 2 times. I really like how they do that.
Yeah, I like that too. I would hate that in football though, but I like that in other sports.
That'd be awful in football.
So yeah, Donovan, hey, I'm gonna quit out Safari. That's all from me today. But you got anything? Go ahead, take it away with the men's sports.
Yeah, so I will first take it away with men's swimming. We're still a young team for men's swimming. This is our second year being competitive, and this is the first year that we've had a head coach. So we also took part in the Lindsey Wilson Fall Classic. The Wildcats did not perform as well as they wanted to. They came in 4th place out of 4th. Lindsey Wilson placed first. Campbellsville placed second. Bethel placed 3rd, and Indiana Wesleyan placed in last. One good thing that came out of it was that Hunter Conrad placed 6th place in the 200-yard breaststroke. Did that in 2 minutes 40 seconds, better than I will ever do in my life.
Yeah.
So that was it for men's swimming, and now I'll move on to men's cross country. Men's cross country are now ranked number 1 in the country. Woo!
Shout out to honestly, shout out to the boys, Stephen Knott, Eli Fullerton. I mean, obviously there's more guys on the team, but those are our two. Those are our boys. Those are the podcast boys. We definitely take pride in them succeeding. Yeah. Especially Eli, because he's a top dog. Him and Steven.
Yeah. So they also took part in the Roy Griak Cross Country Invitational that was hosted by University of Minnesota, and Eli Fullerton was the top racer for the Wildcats for the 2nd straight meet. And he finished 7th overall with a time of 25 minutes, 38 seconds. And IWU, they got 4th out of 29 teams.
Wild.
So our runners breakdown, it was Eli at 7th, Landon at 13th, Stephen Ott, lacking, man, at 17th.
Gosh dang it, Stephen.
Still out of 29 teams. Then Ben Nedick at 32nd, Brandon Vernat 35, Luke Brands 47, and Rafi Fry at 83. So the top 5 teams was number 1, Michigan Tech, number 2, Wisconsin Lacrosse, number 3, Sioux Falls, us at number 4, and then Dort at
SIO?
5. Yes, SIO.
SIO Falls.
So that is what the men's cross country has been up to. Now move on to men's tennis. So the men's tennis also took place in the Crossroads League tournament. If you kind of been keeping up with the men's tennis, you know that they're not having a super dominant year like they thought, especially coming in from last year. They had a lot of guys transfer for reasons. And then so they actually won their first match of the Crossroads League tournament against Goshen College, who Goshen beat Indiana Wesleyan earlier in the season. So they beat them in the first round of the Crossroads League tournament, and then they lost to Grace College in the semifinals of the Crossroads League tournament. I actually heard that we almost won the doubles point, And if we would have won the doubles point, coach said that he think it would have came in with a lot of momentum, but unfortunately couldn't get that doubles point, and then they lost the first 3 matches. So it looks like an 0-4 loss, but it could have been like a 4-3 or a 4-2 or something like that.
Yeah, something a little better.
But since it was 0-4, the second they got to that clinch, they will also be playing in the ITAs coming up. We'll save that for later. We're going to move on to men's golf. Nope, they didn't have anything. Well, technically they did. They're playing in
Illinois.
TPC Deer Run in Illinois right now. Actually, they would have had their last round today, so they're probably on their way back, but scores have not been posted yet. So we'll move on to men's soccer. So we had to go to... I think you had to do this one. Yeah.
Yep.
So the men's soccer, they played Rochester University. This would have been last Saturday, so September 17th. They won 3-0. And then they played University of Michigan Dearborn at Dearborn, and they won that one 4-0. That was last Wednesday. And then this past Saturday, they beat Goshen College 3-1, and it was at home. Let me see. Winter Cassius scored. Brandon Nyagurungo scored, and then Giuseppe Santa Croce scored. Also, gotta say, Lucas Bontrager scored for Goshen. I go to church with him back at home, so good for him.
No one asked.
He's taking his 5th year at Goshen right now, and hopefully he's doing well for them. Even though they did lose to us 3-1.
Good.
His sister goes here, so. She knew which school to come to.
Unlike her brother.
Yeah, unlike her brother. So now we'll move on to football.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we cover the Olivet game? No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
That was on the
we
last
just
podcast.
previewed it. I was on the one that got murdered. But so you guys went to Olivet Nazarene University and won 34-26.
Dubs.
Absolutely. I mean, just from a fan's perspective, looked kind of a little back and forth, touchy-go-y for a little bit there. But then you guys just kind of hit a stride kind of late second quarter into the third quarter, and just it went away from there.
Yeah. It was, I mean, that 20, what is it? Yeah,
34-26.
Yeah, that 26, they kind of scored that pretty late. And it was honestly the offense's fault. The reason that happened, we should have got we should never put the defense back on the field. But anyways, so I mean the score should have been like 34. I think it was 20 because they had missed a field goal or an extra point earlier. So I think that's why it's at 26. But yeah, no, it was a good W. It was glad to get back at 500, get right back on track. And also it's always good to win a conference game, even though they're Olivet. Olivet and Trinity are on the west side of the conference. Yeah, they're.
But it didn't even say MSFA there.
Oh, but it is. It's an MSFA.
Okay.
Yeah, they're MSFA on the east side or west side. Yeah, but and so is Trinity.
So, and then you guys played Trinity just this past Saturday, the first home game of the year. This game was so funny because I was at the women's Crossroads League final.
Yes.
And they ended really with a minute and a half to go before halftime at your guys' game.
Yeah.
And I just see mass amount of students leaving the game. I'm like, what is happening? Then I actually saw my roommates, so I stopped my truck. I'm like, guys, what's going on? They go, oh, dude, we're killing them. There's no reason to go in there right now. I'm like, what? And they go like, yeah, dude, it's 42-6. Just go to the room. I was like, okay, but then I met up with some friends who had graduated, Jacob Daniels, Max Mulvaney, Jackson Burke, and I sat with them for the second half. But yeah, you guys absolutely curb stomped them.
You watched me for 2 drives.
Actually, yeah. And you got a holding penalty, so.
I got 3. Dang it.
I know, but I only saw 1, so you only got 1 to me. Yeah.
Shoot.
But I will say that third one, I don't think it was a hold.
Yeah,
but,
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No one thinks the first or the second or third one was holdings.
I can't say anything about the second one.
The first one was atrocious. That was bad. Dude, I held the crap out of that kid. It was like it was a block where like me and the guard double team the defensive tackle, and then we climb up to the linebacker. And the linebacker kind of scraped over the top, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I gotta go get him." So I blocked it. I was fine. Like I was good inside. I had good hands. And then our running back like cut it out, and he went to go run. And I like, dude, I mean, he yanked on this kid. And like I let go eventually, but like it was pretty bad to where like the refs would have easily saw it. So yeah, it sucked. But we took the dub, I guess. But 3 holding calls isn't. Dude, I got 3 holding calls like I think my entire high school career, and I get it. I get it on a casual afternoon. On my second start of my senior year.
Yeah, it was funny because Luke Watson with his broken foot, he was up in the press box, and he told me later that night I met up with him, and he was like, yeah, Coach T was just like, gosh darn it, get out! I promise he's the worst player on that field. He goes, man, does he say those things when I'm out there? I'm like, he probably does, Luke.
No, yeah, I remember Peyton Lamping told me, he was like, I got my like 3rd win or whatever, and he was like, gosh dang it, Hnatyshyn, like in the headset or something like that.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, you guys kind of, and also we get to have a good shout out to our fellow comm major, Jamison Chesser, who had he had 132 yards rushing on 12 attempts.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous to say, but that's what he did. And he also scored a touchdown. It was a 16-yard run. So, I mean, we just kind of destroyed them top to bottom. I mean, we scored 21 in the first, 28 in the second, 14 in the third, and then, I mean, by the time we got to the fourth quarter, everyone was just kind of ready for that game to be over. But other than that, Owen, we're going to interview a couple of soccer players and one who's very acquainted pretty well with Jamison Chesser. Kind of her boyfriend. But yeah, ready, Owen, are you ready for the interview?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the interview portion.
Yes.
And Owen, we finally did it. We found 2 girls from the soccer team that wanted to be on the podcast.
Dude, finally.
And so we'll introduce them. It's junior Mallory Krieger.
Yep, that's right.
And sophomore Sarah Folk. We'll give them a round of applause.
Yes, our live studio audience.
Yes.
Can't you guys
We love it.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
look
you.
at him. Look at him.
Let me take a bow.
Yeah.
All right, but ladies, so how has the season been going for you guys?
I mean, it's been going pretty great. We're 8-1 right now, right? Yeah. Are we 9-0? We're 8-1. 8-1.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got the schedule right here.
Sorry, I'm just like ready
record.
for our dub tomorrow, you know?
Of course. No doubt, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're 8-1. The team chemistry is just like unreal. We are just so close. Preseason we came in, everyone was just guns blazing and so pumped to be there. And like just the love and chemistry we have this year is unlike any other year.
Yeah. What about you? What do you mean? You reciprocate that? Or
Yeah, I reciprocate that. It's been really good. We have a lot of good freshmen who came into and definitely stepped it up to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Very nice, very nice.
That's sweet.
So you guys, who are they playing tomorrow?
You guys got Bethel.
Bethel, right?
You're at Bethel.
We got
At
Bethel.
Bethel.
How far is that? Pretty
Like a 2-hour drive.
2 hour?
It's not terrible.
Yeah. So what do you guys do on the bus? You know, like I'm a football player, so I get it. But at the same time, like, you know, we got a lot of time before our game. There's a lot of time before. I mean, Jamison, she dates the star running back.
Yeah,
Jamison
come on
Chesser.
now. We love 22.
147 rushing yards this past week. But hey, we're talking about the soccer team. We're talking about soccer team. Okay. But yeah, Jamison's probably told you it takes a long time to really kind of get, like, Coach Lang's always hones in on, you know, don't get too up yet until the game starts. I mean, we're sitting in the locker room for like 2 hours. But do you guys sit in the locker room for a while, or is it you guys kind of get there, warm up, and go?
We got the dance parties is what we got going on. We don't have any sit around time. On the bus right there, though, you know, we're all studious. So literally the whole bus is either you're napping, there's people napping on the floor, or they're doing homework. That's like the 3 options.
No, because they have games during the week. That makes sense.
Yeah. Y'all only have weekend games. We got the Wednesday games. Like
that's a
tomorrow
plus
night,
about football.
we're going to get back at like 1 in the morning. So you got to do the homework on the bus, study for the exams, because you don't have that, that time to do that. But no, we have... Our team song is Flashlight by the Barton Bellas, and so we sing that. Pitch Perfect version. You should hit it.
That's why I've never seen. Well, I've seen.
I've seen Pitch Perfect.
That's your first mistake. If you've never seen all 3 Pitch Perfect, that is your first mistake.
I've seen all 3 of them, so don't worry.
Yeah, I've only seen the first.
I'm one-upping you right now.
I'm cultured, Donovan. You gotta get cultured.
He's uncultured. This man is uncultured.
I'm uncultured.
So yeah, we sing that before every game. But no, we don't have 2 hours like sitting in the locker room before. We usually have 20 minutes tops.
Okay.
And then coach, tops. Sometimes it's like 15 and we're kind of like rushing. Like everyone's got to go to the bathroom and there's like 2 stalls. And then coach comes in and then he does a little Devo and, our pregame stuff. We say our prayer. We have, like, this pinky thing where we go in a circle and, like, I'll recite this prayer before every game. And then we literally just go out to the field. So, no, there is not 2 hours of downtime. We just get hype with our dances and get going.
Really? That's sick.
Yeah, so Coach, I've had the joy of having a class with him. He's kind of a goof.
Oh, for sure.
What's Coach like just on a daily basis?
Oh, my goodness. Well, first off, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, if we have a 6 a.m., 7 a.m., this man will purposefully act like he had 4 cups of coffee already and is off the walls. Like, he is the most joyful, energetic, excited person in the morning. And we're all like, Coach, are you kidding me? Right now it's 6 in the morning. Like, it's like, whoa. But, yeah, no, he's a big goof with absolutely everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Best coach ever, though, for sure. I can't hear anything. Sorry.
You gotta
get a little bit closer.
Sorry, gotta get a little closer. No, he's the best. He's definitely cares about winning. We have the both and mentality, which is like we want to win the testimony, but we also want to win soccer. And I feel like he does a good job. Like, we're super fun. We have a lot of fun, but also we want to destroy everyone.
Oh, 100%. And when, like, it comes to practice, like, the goofiness definitely tones down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be moments, of course, like someone gets whacked in the face or, like, somebody gets, like, just wipes out on the ball or something. But, no, when it comes practice time, it's his goofiness is definitely, he's more focused on, like, no, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so you guys, now, soccer, my high school didn't have soccer, but,
What?
yeah,
Wait,
we were
What
too
school
small.
do you go? Like, was there, like, 50 people?
I graduated with, like, 140.
That's not
It's
small.
bigger
That's
than
not
mine.
small at all.
That's not
yeah.
small.
We're from a farm town, so.
Nobody plays soccer in farms?
It's because of football.
No.
They don't
we
let.
play, that's all we play is football.
Yeah.
They don't let schools have soccer because it takes away from football.
It takes away from football. Yeah.
Dang.
Take away
That's
skill
how my
players.
school was till
Y'all
like
missed out.
Yeah.
What
5
in the
years
world?
ago.
But my question was going to be,
Sorry, my bad.
do you guys prefer playing on turf or real grass?
Ooh.
Oh, that is a really good question. Because your field is turf, because I've been to Eastbrook before.
Yes, the Eastbrook Field's turf. I personally, Bermuda grass. If I can play on Bermuda grass all day, every day. But if the grass is terrible, turf.
So, like, Bethel? No, we have good grass.
Our grass is pretty good.
We don't have Bermuda.
Okay.
Bermuda's like the bougie, like, professionals play on it. Yeah. Actually, Rio had it, and Lindsey Wilson has it.
Dude,
so we have to play 2 games.
They got it right.
Yeah.
They said Rio.
Instead of Rio Grande?
Dude,
Rio Grande.
I said Rio. I said Rio like 2
Grande.
episodes ago, and he was like, "Hey, it's Rio."
Dude, it's right. Come on, man, get it right. Yeah, definitely. So Bermuda is great. I grew up on turf, so I love turf. Like, I learned how to hit a long ball and how to clip the ball on turf. So, like, I love turf because the ball goes so much faster.
Yeah.
The grass holds it up, and I want to play fast. So personally, I like turf better. But if you ask most of our team, they would probably say grass.
Okay, yeah. And you said you're probably Bermuda.
If I can play Bermuda, I'm like both. I mean, I probably prefer grass, but
the hard thing is going back and forth.
Yeah.
Especially on my body. My ankles swell every time we go from grass to turf. And
Is it because it's like obviously under turf there's concrete, so
it's different. Especially because grass, when it's wet, your calves
die.
Absolutely die. They're like, everything sinks into it.
Our headstand thing just fell.
Over there.
That's good.
But no, Mallory, I saw Jameson in Chick-fil-A today.
Oh.
And so I said, Jameson, give me one question that I should ask you. And he said to ask you why you write things on your body.
Good question.
That's a good question. Everyone always is like, what the heck is on your legs and my arms? So I have a couple things. So I write freedom on my left leg and joy on my right leg. And I've always, since freshman year, freedom and joy have just been a really big thing for me in the game of soccer. Because when I play with freedom, like, I play so much better because I'm not worried about making a bad pass. I'm not worried about upsetting my teammates or my coach, whatever it is. And just joy has always been one of my life where it's like I want to be joyful. Like, I want to choose joy every day. And so freedom and joy go hand in hand. It's been really cool, actually, because there's been girls on other teams that have asked me about it, and I've been able to, like, share the gospel with them because some of them weren't Christians, some of them were, and they were like, this is amazing. But then I also write take it to him, which my dad always told me. Like, I wrote it. It's like my dad's quote. He literally would tell me that before every game, and he texted it to me before games. And then I also have the word surrender. And then Jameson actually gives me a word for the game. So the last game was perseverance, which is really good because I was dealing with some pain. And then other ones are like be the light, and he'll just like give me like almost a little devotional thought about it. So I usually have it written on my arm or
Dude,
something.
take boyfriend notes from Jameson.
Dude, for
Jesus.
real, I'm telling you, that
Is
man.
unbelievable.
Let me tell you, that man.
This is
going to
turn into the Jameson hype podcast.
Hey, I am
A little
so
bit.
down for that.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
all
I
over
love
that.
dude. Jamie Dalla is the goat, bro. I love Jamie Dalla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
my
know who
nickname
that
for
is.
Jameson.
Why is that?
Oh,
Where did
yeah.
that come from?
I said it when I thought Jameson's so long.
It's so long. I just call him
So
Ben.
well, of course, yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's so long, and so I was like, I gotta come up with a cool nickname. I was like, Jameson's a cool name, like,
It's
I'm,
dope.
yeah. But like, I was like, I gotta come up with a cool nickname
Yeah.
for Jameson, and I was like, well, Jamie is a nickname for people named Jameson. I was like, Jamie Dalla.
I like that.
Yeah, and now
Okay.
he calls me Owen.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's
So
a
you got a little thing going
it's a
back
little
and forth. I
calm
like
thing
it.
between him and I.
Right,
so,
right.
yeah,
Little
yeah.
inside
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a comm major.
It's
I don't get
alright.
to be part of that.
Yeah,
but-
he's not a media comm, so it doesn't matter. But
Oh.
Yeah. Very
now this
true,
is Jameson
very
Hate
true.
Podcast.
Oh.
Very true.
We've thrown a
Switch the
couple
vibe,
shots
switch
at
the vibe.
Jameson on the podcast
We have.
before.
We have.
Yeah.
It's not the
Come on.
first
I tell
time.
him about it. I tell him about it. I tell him
Yo.
about it.
No, yeah, definitely not. But yeah, so you guys come from two obviously very different places. You come from Kansas, middle of
Yes.
nowhere,
Nope,
and
wrong.
No, she's
It's not
Are you
middle
from
of
the?
nowhere.
Are you
It's
from?
bougie.
Are you from like bougie
my
Kansas?
grandparents are
Yes,
from
I'm-
Iowa. I mean,
Okay.
I get it.
No.
Midwest,
She's from like
but-
the
No, I'm
most
from like the
bougie.
bougie area in Kansas.
Really?
Oh.
Yes. It's not like
Describe.
everyone.
Describe.
Like we have.
Paint pictures for
Okay,
us.
so when you going down any street you want,
Yeah.
literally there's like 5 Starbucks.
How many
there's
targets are there?
There's 7 Targets within 15 minutes of my house. You got
Really?
all the Sam's, the Costco's, literally any possible breakfast food. First Watch, y'all ever been there? That's the
What?
best breakfast. First
Yeah.
Watch is the best
good.
breakfast place you can ever eat in your life. I'm talking
No.
like Taco
No, I
Bell. Look up
disagree.
Taco Bell. There's 30 within 20 minutes of my
Oh
house.
my goodness.
Like I live in a
I'd be in heaven.
I live in a very highly populated area with
Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
a lot of
But then go like
Um,
20 minutes outside of your town. Is it like just Kansas?
no.
Yeah,
One direction,
really?
yes. The other direction, no. It's like city.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
What town is it from?
I'm from Overland Park.
Overland Park. Okay.
Like Johnson County is like one of the richest counties.
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
say,
is the
it's the
richest
richest
county in
county.
Kansas.
Isn't
Got it.
But it's like
It's
top
like
10
top
in the
10 in the
U.S.
Oh wow.
So everyone
Oh,
thinks
wow.
I'm in like cornfields
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
wheat.
yeah.
Go Jayhawks, huh?
I'm in
Rock
Green
chalk,
Bay.
baby.
She is a Jayhawks
She's a
fan.
Jayhawks fan.
Come on.
Dude.
But my question was gonna be with
Sorry,
you
sorry.
guys.
I'm so sad about this guy.
No,
with
no.
you guys
You
no.
asked Matt on
being
the podcast.
like, what was like the recruiting process for each of you as someone who probably had no idea who Indiana Wesleyan was, probably until they reached out to you, and then you who was 15 minutes
Hometown,
away
yeah.
from it
Yeah.
your entire life.
Okay, I'll go first. So actually, I wanted to go as far away from home as possible,
Oof.
and the 2 no schools were Taylor and Indiana Wesleyan. And when I was being recruited, I literally told my coach, I was like, "That's not even on the list." So then I prayed about it, and God was like, "No, you got to look at Indiana Wesleyan." So my second choice was actually a school in Florida, and I really, really wanted to go there. But once again, it was just everything that happened felt like God was like, "You need to be here." So I ended up coming here, and I love it. But it's just weird because it was not where I planned to be.
Very nice.
Yeah, totally. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Listen to the Lord, being obedient.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yes.
let's go. Okay, so my journey started in 8th grade. Actually, fun fact, my mom played soccer here. So I did know about Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, shut up, Jameson.
Come on.
Or Donovan. Donovan.
This man.
Yeah.
So
Firing too
yeah.
many shots.
My mom's from Canada though. So how my
Oh.
mom got here is a God story, literally. So like honestly, the reason I'm here is the Lord. But I actually came here in 8th grade for basketball. I
Okay.
didn't know if I wanted to play college basketball or college soccer. And then I played on a team where everybody went D1. And so my coach was like, do not go on a visit to Iowa and do not go on a visit to John Brown. Those are the 2 schools I ended up deciding between. But I literally was like looking out at the Baylors, Tulsa, just like KU, all big D1 schools because that's where everyone was going. And so I went on the visit here and I was kind of like, I didn't feel the urge to throw up. And all the other schools, I felt the urge to throw up. I felt very unsettled. Like, it was cool and it was dope, but I was so worried about, I don't know.
It's big, yeah.
I just felt like I was going to vomit when I was
Yeah.
on campus. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And then I came here and I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to vomit. But John Brown's only 3 hours away from my house. So I was like, I want to be close to my family. Like, I'm a huge family gal. So, prayed about it. And then I actually was on the phone. I dialed in the other coach's number to commit there. And then I started like crying. And I was like, I can't say no to Daniel. And so I was like, well, I know where I'm supposed to go now. So
Yeah.
I was literally calling the other school to commit there. And then I realized that
Wow,
I
that's
needed
awesome.
to come here. But
Wow,
dude, that's two pretty.
That's called a last minute decision
dude,
too.
honestly, I love everyone's stories that we've had on the podcast, but I think those are probably like up there for the top 2. Like best stories we've heard. For,
just
like,
2 people saying
process.
like, I didn't want to come here.
Yeah, literally. No,
and the Lord
yeah.
be like, nope, sorry, this is where you're
Nope,
supposed
this
to
is where you're
be.
coming.
Yeah, that's literally the definition of Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So you guys, let's see. Do you guys have any like things like for fans like at your games, like? Because there's always like the one game where people like bring out like the flares and all that stuff. Like, do you guys enjoy it like when massive amount of fans are at your game?
Oh yes.
Okay, good.
Oh my gosh, when we walk out there and the stands are packed, we're like, let's go. Like hopefully tonight or not tonight. This Saturday at 7:30 when we play Taylor, I'm hoping that the stands are packed.
It should be.
But no, like when we have the flares and we have fireworks.
Scotsman.
Oh, when the Hnatyshyn Scotsmen come out and they be doing push-ups after we score a goal down at the corner, that's the best thing ever. But no, we love fans. Like it, and what's really cool is like we're women's soccer. Most people in college don't go watch women's soccer games. But like we have a big community that actually enjoys coming to our game, and it's so special for us because like we have people that are supporting what we do, which is really dope. But no. Yeah, I mean,
no, I agree. It's so much more fun when you walk out and they're all like it's filled out. And like one of my friends came to one of our games, and she plays actually for Ball State. And she after the game she was like, I don't know why I go to Ball State. You guys have a better fans and better like community, and it's just better soccer. And I was like, guess you should transfer. But like it's just a really good atmosphere here.
Yeah. So you guys, we're gonna take a little detour. So NAI opening round last year. You guys lost to Aquinas College 0-2. Would you say was there inexperience of the team? Were you guys just maybe not quite ready? And like, how do you think you're gonna bounce back for this year?
I think that all year we are so focused on we're going to the national tournament, we're going to Bama, and like that's of course the end goal. But I think we lost sight of like every game. Now this year the thing is the most important game is the next game.
Yeah.
Like, is this upcoming game? Whether it's the best team in the country or, like, someone who is absolutely terrible that we're supposed to stop. It's like, no, whatever is most important is the best game. So I think having that mentality is really going to help us this year go further. Also, this year having the same starting 11 coming back, like, the chemistry is already there. Like, I remember it was, like, our first practice, and I felt like it was a mid-season practice because of the chemistry we already had built.
Yeah.
But no, last season, that was a very frustrating game. We did not play even remotely close to our potential. So that was really, really disappointing. But, the Lord works all things out. So, like, there was a reason that we weren't supposed to go. But
I think, honestly, that helped us shift our mentality for this season because it's no longer we're automatically going to the national tournament. It's let's play the best we can every single game. Let's work our butt off. And it's not that we didn't have that last year. It's just we were so focused on it. But by the time we got there, it was like, burnt out almost. Like we peaked too soon. And I think this year it's just been more like, we're going to enjoy this game and we're going to play our best.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And so kind of going on, so both of you are some very, very high accolades and right away in your career. Okay. So obviously I'll start off with the younger one. So Sarah, so you earned all league, first team all league your freshman year, which is nuts. That doesn't happen very often. I think honestly, she got it. So, you're from, small town Indiana. You went to Eastbrook High School. Like, how did that feel to be? Did you expect it? Was it a goal of yours to come in and just be like, or did you it just happen? I'm reading it. You had the 43rd in the NAIA in goals, which was 15, and points, which was 35, which is nuts for a freshman.
Yeah, definitely was a goal of mine to come in and do that. But also, like, I changed my mentality a lot last year from I want to earn this, and I want to earn this, to like a more I can't control if I'm gonna earn it because I can't determine how a coach is gonna vote. All I can determine is how I play. So definitely like transferring that. So it didn't have as much weight on it as I expected it to. Like obviously I enjoyed it, but it wasn't what I was working for, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then the All-American, Miss Mallory. So I remember when you got put on the list of like possible, and I had seen a bunch of stuff, and then you had gotten it, and then the whole award ceremony and everything like that I saw on Twitter. How was that experience? I think you were one of like the first All-American in a while. I could be completely wrong, but that we had gotten in a long time from at least from the United Soccer Coaches All-American. in a while. How was that experience? I mean, it was just, you were I think you were the only one there from the team, correct? Yeah. I mean, just so how was that experience? And I mean, it being your second year on the program, I mean, and quite literally you've had an impact right away.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, so when I received the email, I literally thought it was a trash email. Like, I literally was like, as soccer players, we get so many emails from, like, you probably do for football or, like, whatever.
I'm a student. Yeah.
Yeah. Big narc over here. Come on. It's okay, Yeah, so I literally thought it was a junk email, and I was like, but then I started reading it, and I was like, is this real? So I called my coach. I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, yeah, I was going to tell you. And I was like,
that'd been nice.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I literally didn't know it was a thing. Really big blessing that I was back at my hometown. So I literally just got to go home, and my grandparents came, coaches came.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like my brother and everything. So that was super cool. And this place was so cool. They set up the convention center, which none of you know of because you're not from Kansas.
Yeah.
But it's like this massive building.
Yeah.
And they had just like all these coaches everywhere. So it was like a paired thing, but they gave us like certificates, a jacket, a medal, like all these random things. Walking up on the stage, I was thinking, don't fall down the stage, don't fall down the stage. Because it was like this little hill, and I was like, I'm going to slip in my heels. I don't wear these. But it was really funny because there was a girl from Spring Harbor. She was there, and so no one scored on them last year until the championship game of the conference, and I scored on them in the last – I think there was like 20-some seconds left, or a minute 20 in regulation. I scored a free kick, and then I ended up scoring again in overtime. And she like made some snarky comment to me while we were there. She's like, I'm just thinking of like 2 specific goals in my mind right now. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was just trying to say hi, congratulate you on being an All-American. But so it was amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was a thing, and like being able to experience that, I was like, wow. But it was really cool. It was very special.
That's awesome, yeah.
So you guys have, so if the stats are correct, you guys are tied with the most goals at 7.
The beef.
So, what's the beef here? Who's going to overtake it?
We're roommates, so it's like, this the sleeping chemistry, like it just happens. Yeah.
Mallory almost took it last game.
But they called back a goal, and it's absolutely baloney. They said someone ran to the keeper, and it was their own defender, and he took away my free kick that scored a second goal. But, it's fine. I'm not salty about it.
Yeah. So if Sarah takes the lead, then you're going to be like, well, technically, we're actually tied again.
Yeah, technically. Technically, we're actually tied. No, then I'll be like, shoot, I got to get one. We got to
No. What happened last game is I scored a goal. So Mallory was like, oh, I'm going to flop outside the box.
I did not flop. I got my foot stepped on.
So she takes all the free kicks. So she was like, I need to get a free kick so I can keep up.
Right.
So I can keep up. Flops outside the box, makes the free kick. And then then did it exact same thing again.
Yeah. See, the biggest thing is I cannot flop for my life. I do not know how to flop.
Yeah.
So if I get hit, people are like, when I go down, I go down, it's like a whale hitting the ground. Like, I am not the most graceful thing. They got to hit me hard, and I flop and hit the ground. And so, but no, I definitely flopped that time.
You
so
did not
I could,
flop.
Well, they didn't set up the wall right either.
No, they didn't.
Like
soccer terms, we don't know.
Soccer terms, walls.
I like FIFA.
That's
FIFA's
10 meters away from
I'll play the game.
Right?
Here we go. 10 yards, but
10
close
yards?
enough.
10
meters, 10 yards, same
10
difference.
meters, 10 yards.
Except some of these referees be taking these little baby steps, and it's like 5 yards.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Interesting.
Yeah. So have you guys had any yellow cards this season yet? Did you have any last year?
No, in club I had 7. I had the most in my
do have
team.
a yellow card, I think.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't
What'd you
know.
do?
I don't even remember.
Some of these refs, man, I don't know what they're doing.
No.
Yeah.
It was like
A tactical
I probably
play.
I shoved the girl probably too close to the box or something. It wasn't like
Yeah.
me
Not
saying
dirty.
anything.
We're not dirty.
You guys,
team.
do you guys have
no.
anybody that says, trip a little bit?
Dude, what?
Like, is there
Talk a little
anyone?
trash.
Is there
Oh,
trash?
I said, you
You
said
made-
chirp. I thought you said trip. I said, who's
I was
tripping?
like,
Oh, yeah, chirping? No, we do not have any.
Come on.
There's
You
gotta be
have
one.
to chirp. Come on. You don't chirp.
No.
She
I
doesn't.
laugh at their
She
face
talk-
and
she
walk
has
away.
conversation.
I just
okay,
laugh. That's my
that's
chirping.
chirp.
My
Okay,
chirping
yeah.
is I look at them and I laugh and then I run the other direction.
Yeah.
But only if they're really making me mad.
Yeah.
No.
We don't. I mean, honestly, we don't really have that many big talkers on our team.
No.
We just have people who like to shove people.
Really?
We get into like a little bit, but not.
Yeah. Not like
Yeah.
We really don't. We're not like hockey boys. We don't be chirping all the
Hockey
people.
boys.
Hockey boys.
Hey, all
Only
my
a kid-
cousins, they're the biggest chirpers ever.
Only a Kansas person would use a
Only
hockey reference.
Kansas.
Are you kidding me?
Canadian.
Canadian. I'm
They're
actually
Canadian,
half
so it's
Canadian.
both.
No, not Kansas. I'm
It's
half
both.
Canadian.
It's
Yeah,
both.
sure. You're right.
I don't understand anything about hockey. That is one sport I quite literally have no clue what.
You probably lose the puck, don't you, when you're watching it?
I don't watch
Nah,
hockey.
keep the
That's
puck,
thing.
and
I'm
I
from
know
Louisiana.
when
I don't watch
I
hockey.
know when you
You're
get.
definitely a
have-
bender.
It's
We
kind of
don't
like
have
soccer.
hockey.
He's a bender. He's
I don't.
definitely
There's
a bender.
offsides.
You can't skate.
I know what icing is.
I know what icing is too.
In hockey. That's about it. That's when I. It
Can you
cuts.
skate?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say,
can I
really?
skate? I'm from
From
It-
Louisiana.
Dude, yeah, it's 85 degrees right now in Louisiana. No, I
Yeah.
can't.
They got
skate.
indoor rinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, one in New Orleans, and it's
Oh,
like bought out
man.
every night because we have like a minor league hockey team.
So then, are you a Pelicans fan?
Yeah, I love the Pelicans.
So Drew Holiday.
Love Drew.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we've
me and
talked
him.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Holiday. Yeah.
What?
She's a big Bucks fan.
Me and Drew are besties. I also took Giannis's kids trick or treating last. Halloween.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
kinda
She
legit.
legit.
FaceTimes them all the time.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren.
I
Yeah.
feel like this is such a lie.
No, it's actually not.
She can call 'em
see
right
people.
now if you want.
People thought that too, and I actually we were playing basketball on the courts during preseason, and these people were like, "No, you didn't." So I literally FaceTimed Drew and Lauren, and they're just sitting on the bed at whatever hotel that they were traveling to,
Yeah.
and they all were flipping their crap. They're like, "You weren't lying." I was like, "No, I'm not lying."
Dude, you gotta FaceTime Drew Holiday and be like, "Hey, he's from New Orleans."
Yeah, hey yo, hit on my man.
Dude, Drew Holiday's sick. I love Drew.
He's
Yeah.
pretty
I'm
good.
so glad he won that championship.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I'm like, this man did too much work on the Pelicans to not.
No, yeah.
So
facts,
I was
yeah.
so hyped for him.
Yeah, when I saw
We
him,
have to go.
yeah, when I saw him leave, I was like, if he goes anywhere, I hope it's somewhere like a contender. And I saw it was the Bucks.
And now
yeah.
I'm a big Bucks fan. You know,
Yeah.
and it's so nice because it's literally 4 hours from here. So whenever I need a weekend, I just go stay at their house.
Wow.
Dude, that is
Stay
sick.
at their house.
That is
Wow.
so sick. You got all American. She's friends with Drew Holiday.
God,
I'm done,
She
Baby
I've
said.
Babysits
bit a
in
gold medal
Hollywood.
before.
With Giannis's kid. She's bit a golden medal.
Hey, don't forget, she's from Kansas.
I'm
She's
from
from Kansas.
Kansas.
She's half
Kansas.
Canadian. She dates
Half
Jamison
Canadian.
Chester.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that should be at the top. That's like the.
Dude, I don't know. First team all conference. I mean, what else do we got? I mean, no shame on you, Sarah.
No,
but,
oh,
I mean,
wow,
this is,
wow.
Like,
It's
this is
okay. Every
unbelievable.
night I'm in awe of her.
Oh my god!
I'm just blessed to be her roommate.
Blessed.
Sometimes think
Just
about
First
that
and
last
goal, tied for first and goal.
Right.
night.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, give her some credit.
First.
Come on.
What is the number? Is it 7?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
seven.
seven.
Got it.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
two more. Give
Yeah.
it,
yeah.
a
Give it a day.
Give it a
Give
day.
it tomorrow. There'll be more.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna score. Come on.
Yeah. So, coming against Spring Arbor. First of all, who was that girl from Spring Arbor?
Yeah, let's.
Sylvia's
yeah,
out.
it-
Okay, I was
Sylvia's-
gonna say because there's one girl from Spring Arbor who her Ariana Stolzfus, her
Oh
dad,
yeah.
her dad and my dad were best friends in high school, and both of us were born on the same day.
Oh
Whoa.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and she was also the one that scored the corner kick goal
Yeah.
from you
Oh, yeah,
guys
that
last
was
season.
kinda-
That
We were
was
kind of.
that was rough.
Yeah,
that was
that was good.
rough.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Things happen. You know, it's
That's
soccer.
But then you guys scored on them and beat him.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
season.
Beating them
That's
at
all that
home
matters.
is like the most gratifying thing ever.
Yeah, but so you guys are ranked 10th right now in the country, and you guys will play Marion and Spring Arbor. Spring Arbor's ranked 2nd, and Marion is ranked 3rd.
Yeah, those are.
You guys
bogus
think
rankings.
those
are
you
both
guys-
bogus.
Really?
But
Both
you know
bogus.
Why?
Oh yeah,
well,
give
Spring
it to us.
Arbor's coach is a Raider, so he can like push for them to be ranked whatever he wants. them
That
to
should be
They-
so illegal. Oh my gosh.
like they didn't.
They
we
lost.
beat
what?
They lost to a top. They lost to a 17 seed. We beat a 14 seed.
and they
They
moved up to second.
and we moved. We stayed.
We stayed.
Well, the football team lost to Valpo and went up 2 spots.
I know.
so-
Hey,
Yeah.
frick you.
They're taking our spots.
Call him out. Jeez.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks.
So
Donovan.
you guys are saying it's kind of rigged?
I mean,
No.
honestly, yes, but also I love that they're ranked so high, so
Yeah.
that when we go beat
Yeah.
them at their home, it says a lot. It'll say a lot.
It doesn't really matter right now. When it gets closer to conference time,
Then we will
we'll
be
up top.
irritated if it doesn't
Yeah.
actually go the way it should go.
Last year
because
we beat Spring Arbor and did not move up, and they stayed ahead of us,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
didn't really make
bogus.
sense. And then we ended up like having to play Taylor for conference. So like ratings towards the end are more important than now.
yeah,
Now it's like let's go beat a top 2-3
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, definitely.
it looks cool.
I mean, with the record so far, I
Yeah.
think you guys are definitely deserving of higher. We've talked about that. Didn't we talk about that? I think on 2 episodes ago about how like I think at that time.
Well, it was that and the men's because like you guys have been
yeah.
crushing, and then the men's like they've only lost like one match, and they've tied and beat teams ranked in like the teens, and they're still unranked. So.
And at that time, you guys were
ranked.
undefeated. You guys hadn't had that one
Yeah.
tie. So we were like, why are they not? I was like, and I think you guys were ranked lower than that, right? Or did you guys just,
We went up 2 spots.
Yeah, you guys were ranked 12th, and I was like, why are they ranked 12th? And they're literally like 6-0. I was like, and they're just like they bought like you guys had that win against Columbia.
Yeah, that
and
was
Judson.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys started off the season with a massive dub against Lawrence State.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the interview. You guys have anything else to say?
Yeah, anyone to thank for everything?
Go Cats.
Go Cats. I was about to say go Chiefs, but we took an L this weekend.
Go Colts.
Wrong.
Yeah, go Colts.
Go Colts.
Yeah.
No. 9 out of 10 times. That game was
took
a
the dub.
fluke. That game was such
You
a
know,
fluke.
I slid
9
up
out of 10
on
times.
Jameson's story. I just said, "Oof, tough loss."
Well, good thing he's not actually a Chiefs fan. He's just supporting me with this Chiefs gear.
Is he a Lions fan? Because he's from Michigan.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, but
I wouldn't say he's really
Lions are pretty
passionate
good
about
this
any
year.
team, though.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Lions are pretty good this year.
Oh,
Yeah, they're alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not bad.
Yeah.
the Colts
Yeah.
aren't.
The Colts are pretty rough.
I don't know how
Yeah.
they
I'm
beat
a
the
Saints
Chiefs.
But they
fan.
beat
The
the
Saints.
Chiefs.
I do
suck,
not
so-
know how they
Chiefs.
beat the Chiefs. That literally,
But they
I was
beat-
like, this is, I don't know what our kicker be doing.
I mean, we
this season.
technically shouldn't have won that game, but yeah, the kicker kind of opened us up.
So
for
wait,
everything.
why are you a Bucks fan?
She's a
Because
Chiefs
Drew,
fan.
Because of Drew.
Because of Drew.
Is it
Because
because of his
I'm-
wife?
it's because, yes, I'm close to
Okay.
his wife, so now I'm close to him. So
Okay,
whatever
got it,
team
got it,
he
got it,
plays
got
for,
it.
I'm a big fan of them.
Got it. Okay.
I didn't
that
get into
explains a lot.
NBA until I watched it, but I didn't get into it. Because
So
I was
you were
one of-
once a Pelicans fan.
Yes,
and now you're a
hardcore.
Bucks fan.
Now
She's
I'm
a
hardcore
bandwagon
Bucks.
fan. If you will.
Now I'm a Drew Holiday fan,
Yeah.
and whatever team he plays for, I'm that team's fan.
Okay, that makes sense. That's valid. I mean,
I love
that's
how
very
that just
valid.
randomly came
if
into
I
your
knew an
brain.
NBA player, I'd probably.
Yeah, I'd be the
say
same way.
so,
I'd be the
yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, so it was awesome having you guys
Yes.
on.
Thank
You guys
you.
brought a lot of energy.
Hey,
to
you know,
this
that's what we
podcast.
do.
Sometimes athletes are,
No,
just
no.
kidding.
They
just
like
kidding.
they stare at
Most-
each other. Like, do you want to answer?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
You
kind
guys
of
just went
talk
straight
all the
to
time,
it.
you know?
I'm used to it.
Oh my goodness,
Just
I'm a
kidding.
big
Yeah.
talker. It's
But yeah,
just-
thank you guys so much
Yes,
for coming
thank
on.
you.
So me and Owen are going to send it on over to the preview section. Owen, you ready?
Yes, let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's go. Man, that was a pretty good interview there.
That was
Owen.
solid.
Yeah,
That was
pretty
solid.
good.
Yeah, Sarah and
Um,
Mallory had some great things to say, and I'm really
yes.
excited for you guys to listen to
Yes.
it. So yeah.
But since now we're out of the interview,
Yep.
Owen, I'll let you take it away for our Wildcat
Yeah, I
preview
got the
of what's
women's
coming
sports.
up.
Yeah, totally. So, all right. So, women's cross country. Like I said in the first half of this podcast, they are ranked number 9. Brand new rankings came out. So, congratulations to them again. They will have two meets on the same day. So, I guess they're kind of splitting the teams in half. I'll probably guess. So one half of the team is going to go to Florida State University. So it's the Florida State Invite. October 7th, which is a Friday, over in Tallahassee, Florida. And then I guess the other half will be going to Bethel College at the Bethel Invitational over in South Bend, Indiana. So, best of luck to the women's cross country team, and congratulations on your brand new ranking. Going on to the women's golf team, who is probably kicking butt right now
In
over
Florida.
in Palm Arbor, Florida.
Darn, I wish I was there.
Dude, you're telling me. I have
wish.
Sydney, the good old lefty, on our golf team, women's golf team, in one of my classes, and she wasn't there today. And I was like, Sydney's not here because she's in Florida. So jealous. Anyways, they are so currently no like stats have come out yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. So round 1 and 2 were yesterday. We're recording this on Tuesday. I know it's coming out Saturday, but rounds 1 and 2 were on Monday, September 26th. And so we will have those numbers for you guys on the next podcast.
Yeah,
But dude, they're probably dominating the comp.
probably.
And then today they had the third and final round on today, which is Tuesday. And then upcoming, they will be playing at the Saints Classic over in South Bend, Indiana. Saints, I'm probably guessing it's probably like have something to do with Notre Dame, because Saints, Catholic Church, Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana.
I would say so.
Yeah. I'm just so smart. Context clues and stuff. Shout out to you, Dad, for really hounding context clues when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Anyways, those will be on October 3rd, which is a Monday, and then October 4th, which is a Tuesday. Only 2 rounds, so that's kind of interesting because just just because most of their tournaments are like round 2 or 3 rounds. So it's 1 and 2 on one day and the third round on the next. So it's only a 2-round tournament. So October 3rd and October 4th. So best of luck to them. Now going on to women's soccer, they will be playing against Bethel University September 28th tomorrow. Again, like I've said for the 4th time, probably. We're recording this on Tuesday, so
I think the game is actually going to be called Dorm Wars. And so what that is whichever student hall brings out like the most people, they get pizza delivered to their hall.
Well, that's in Mishawaka, Indiana, so I doubt that.
Oh.
Anyways, going on to the next game. Nice, dude.
Must be for the men then.
Yeah. How about you wait, all right? And I'll interrupt you next time, okay? The women's soccer team will be going against the Receiving Votes Taylor University, so a conference matchup right here at the IWU Soccer Field in Marion, Indiana, October 1st, Saturday at 7:30 p.m. So fresh off of a possible W by the men's football team against Concordia, the women's soccer team will be beating down on Taylor Trojans, just as the football team will be later in the year. Bless you.
It was like a little something in the throat.
And then that following Saturday, so in 2 weeks, the women's soccer team will be going against Mount Vernon Nazarene University of Ohio at 2 o'clock right here in Marion, Indiana. Going on to the women's swim and dive team, they will also be competing on October 8th, Saturday, over at Hillsdale College over in Hillsdale, Michigan. So, like I said, they started off their season this past weekend. They had a dominating performance coming out in first overall. Just starting off really fresh, exactly where they ended up last year. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the nation when it comes to swim and dive. So, once again, congratulations to them for their W this past weekend, and hopefully they can continue on that run coming up soon. Now going on to the tennis team. Just like I said earlier, they dominated conference with 31 straight. Congratulations to them. I mean, this was their coach's first year too. Yeah. So it's massive, especially for him. He's a great guy. I did an interview with him for the Chronicle. Yeah, great guy, really down to earth, really great morals, great Christian guy. Dude, he's an IWU tennis legend. Yeah. Himself too. So, he started right off where the previous coach Shigley left off. Yeah. So, winning that. Anyways, going on to their preview, they will be playing in the ITA Midwest Regional Tournament September 28th on a Wednesday. We will be hosting that over at the Sutter Tennis Center. So best of luck to them, and so they can start off pretty hot. Are you going to cover that for anything for your documentary? I probably
will be. So they're doing a bunch of matches over at Marion High School too, but I will probably not make it to really any of them because their matches start at like 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh, really? Okay,
so I'll probably just I obviously don't want to excuse myself out of classes. So I'll just peep over when I can.
Yeah, definitely. And then kind of going on to end this portion of my half of the outro. The women's volleyball team, who have been handling business pretty well so far. Yeah. They are going against number 3 Marion University tomorrow, September 20th in Lucky Arena. So that'll be
Taylor?
Yeah, they played Taylor.
That's right.
We did cover that. Going on to September 30th, Friday at 7, they will be playing against Spring Arbor University over in Michigan. And then they will be playing again Mount Vernon Nazarene University, who they dominated to start off the conference schedule. Mount Vernon is now receiving votes, but they, like I said, they will be over at Mount Vernon over in Ohio. And then going on to their final game of this, stretch we're covering will be October 5th. Next Wednesday at 7 p.m. over in Lucky Arena, they will be going against Huntington University, and this is a sponsored event. I guess they'll probably have some T-shirts and stuff. It's sponsored by Hoosier Jiffy Print.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have those T-shirts that they always bring out. They'll pack the crowd pretty well. So I'm excited for what's coming up next. Honestly, I'll probably talk to Scott Hunt and probably cover one of those things because these are some pretty dominating games they got coming up, especially in the heat of conference. So yeah. What about going to the men's side?
Yeah, so for the men's side, I'll first start on men's soccer. So when I told Owen dorm wars, I meant for the men's game. So the men's will be taking on number 13 in the country, Bethel University, tomorrow night. This is Tuesday, so Wednesday night, September 28th. And they'll be here at home. And obviously, as I said earlier, dorm wars, whichever hall brings out the most students will get pizza delivered. So this is going to be a big game because if I look ahead in our schedule, we only have one other team, which is Grace, in the conference that is ranked. So this will be a huge matchup for us. So that's why they're doing that as well. And then October 1st, this coming Saturday, the day the podcast comes out, they will be playing Taylor University at in Upland at Turner Stadium.
Got it.
For men's golf. So the men's golf, they are also playing in an invitational right now. They're not in Florida like the women's team. They are in Silvis, Illinois. They're playing TPC Deer Run, which is still a course I would love to play.
Yeah, I know, but like, dude, right now.
But right now,
here.
When the temperatures are dropping and you know your lady compatibles are down in Florida right now, you just gotta be right now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I
would be kind of mad. I would be kind of mad.
I'd be quite jealous of them.
Yeah. So as they also don't have their scores in, but they had round 1 yesterday on Monday and round 2 today. And then starting next Monday and next Tuesday, they're also going to be playing in the Saints Classic in South Bend, Indiana. And actually, the Warren course is Notre Dame's home course, or it was Notre Dame's home course.
Yeah,
it's either one. All right, moving on to football. So you guys will be playing Concordia University the day this podcast comes out. They are currently ranked 15th in the nation. Yeah. You guys are freshly ranked number 9.
Yeah.
As Owen just said. They took a couple L's.
Yeah.
And this game will also be sponsored. It will be sponsored by Hoosier Jiffy Print.
Sick T-shirts we're getting.
Sick T-shirts.
Dude,
they had a T-shirt cannon at your last home game.
I wanted some of those.
It was kind of sad, and the T-shirts didn't really go very far. But
whoops.
That's without the fact. And then next Saturday, so October 8th, you guys will be at Marian University in Indianapolis, where the Marian Knights are ranked number 5 in the nation. Moving on to men's swim and dive. Men's swim and dive only have one meet coming up with kind of within the next week and a half. Next Saturday, October 8th, they will be swimming at Davenport University up in Hillsdale, Michigan. They're going to be looking to bounce back from their kind of performance at the Lindsey Wilson Fall Classic. Moving on to men's cross country, they'll be running... Okay, they will be running. October 7th. So Owen, they were, as we said earlier, they were in Minnesota. And then in 2 weeks, they're going to Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh,
to
just
play
like the women
to run in the Florida State University Invite. Isn't that weird and crazy all at the same time? I would kind of enjoy.
Run at the same time, dude.
Technically,
they do women's and guys. I'm pretty sure separately.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't it be kind of weird to like one weekend you're in Minnesota and then they're like, oh hey, in 2 weeks you're gonna be in Florida running.
Oh yeah, no.
Like that would be kind of freaky.
I feel like they have like I don't know. I was about to say I feel like they have slight advantage here just because of like the cold weather and stuff. But it's not like super cold and it's probably about to be super hot. Actually, let me get my phone out and see what the weather. Pause.
Will be like in Tallahassee.
Well,
while you're doing that, then what?
When is it?
They're also going to be running the same day at the Bethel Invitational.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it looks like they're going to do like an A and B squad
or
something. Okay.
So wait, when are they there again?
October 7th. That's my mom's birthday.
When is October 7th? Is
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Dune's mom.
Sharon.
Happy birthday, Miss Dune.
Sharon.
Happy birthday, Miss Sharon. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you for giving birth to Donovan and everything, and having me a podcast host. So, anyways, that's next Friday. So let me go look at that weather. Oh, dude, it cuts off at Thursday, but it's 86 Thursday? On Thursday and sunny.
Oh,
and it's probably humid as
very.
You know what?
Yeah. You know that one word, HE double hockey stick. Yeah.
Okay, no one.
It's probably
say
definitely
that.
just as high as
I think that was just you, actually.
Yeah, probably. Moving ahead to men's tennis now. They will also be competing in the ITA Midwest Regional Tournament. And that will also start for the men's team tomorrow, September 28th. And then Yeah, and that'll probably go just because of like I'm in the loop with tennis and documentaries and everything like that.
You're so in the loop.
I'm just saying for the tennis team. I think it's crazy. It is like I think it will go like Wednesday to Saturday. And you have to win. So then they have the ITA Cup, which is on October 12th, and it's in Georgia. But they you have to win a certain amount of matches, and then you qualify to go to Georgia, and then you can keep going to like potentially win like your regional.
Yeah. And wait, where did you say this is at? Is this at Sutter?
The men's are here in Marion.
Okay, so they're both at Sutter.
Yeah, they're both in Marion at Sutter, and if
that probably makes life easier for the coach because I know.
Oh yeah.
I remember he was. I remember I was doing an interview with Ellie for the Chronicle.
Oh, on Thursday?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, you think your coach is available? And she was like, oh, no, he's actually with the men's team at Goshen or at Grace.
At
Grace. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, you guys play tonight, right? And she's like, yeah, he's got to come back tonight. I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah, life wasn't too fair to Coach on last Thursday.
Coach Gleghorn.
Coach Gleghorn, yeah. I actually mic'd him up for a practice.
Really?
Yeah, and he was a goofball. He knew the second he put the mic on, he's like, oh, this is my moment.
Yeah, he was a target. Dude.
And so he let it rip, you know. They actually played tennis. I was actually honestly a little surprised Mike stayed on him, but it did. And
was it a wireless or was it wired?
I mean, it was wired from the box he was wearing up to.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, did he have a box or did he? Was it just like one of those like clip?
It was a normal Rode one that we have over there.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
So like, there's a cord to it and everything, and
dang, that's
goes
surprising.
to a receiver on my camera. Yeah,
he was probably sweating, so it probably just stuck.
Probably. It was a hot day. It was a hot day when I mic'd him up. Yeah, dude, this weather has been freaky. Like, it's only just been getting colder.
Yeah, but I kind of like it though.
You might like it, okay? Being
I like. Hey, freak you! I'm just kidding. No, I like this weather, like what it's at right now. But like when it gets to, when it gets to like the 30s, is where I'm kind of like, yo, this ain't really it.
I love the weather like it was yesterday. Yesterday minus the wind.
Yes, dude.
So because yesterday was
crispy.
where you want to walk around campus and you want to have a sweatshirt on, but
we walked around in
Meganella's
class. Meganella literally was like, "Hey, I know we got some discussion questions, but like, do you want to get?" Yeah, when I saw you when I was with Jordan and Nick, that was for class. Yeah, dude, it was the perfect weather because it was one where you can wear a sweatshirt, but you're not gonna sweat. Yes,
but you don't feel like you need to take it off or like put it back on or something like that.
And you can wear shorts.
Yeah,
it was the best. Like
and the sun's out.
Today I wore sweatpants. It was a little
bit on the chiller side.
And if anyone, you can't see on the table, but I have my sweatpants rolled up because we're inside.
Well, we're in the podcast studio.
But also in class. Like I walked in Greg, the goat, Greg Fiebig.
Oh.
I went to Comp 3. That's not really the goat, but Greg is the goat. And I was like, instantly, I was like, oh, I'm hot. I'm getting toasty.
Yeah.
So I rolled my pants sleeves up, and I was sitting next to Sam. And Sam was like, what are you doing? And I was like, dude, it's getting toasty in here. And he's like, no, it's not. I was like, Sam, you're literally a stick. You're 100-something pounds. I was like, back off. I'm hot.
I'm hot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll round out the podcast for us.
Another great week.
It has really been another great week.
We're back together
We're
again.
sorry that we couldn't get the episode out last week.
Some technical difficulties.
We weren't aware of or we were understanding of when we started recording last week. So our apologies to our guests, Charlie Hill and Cam Lane.
I was really upset. That was so fun. That was. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard on a podcast ever.
We definitely gotta have. We gotta have at least.
We're gonna
Charlie
have to have Charlie on again. Yeah,
because he's just a character.
Yeah, we need to have football on again. Because I mean, think about it. We might have got football on, but they didn't get football on.
And
that's all that matters that Dr. Perry's taught us?
Yeah.
The audience.
The audience
is all that matters. You guys matter to us.
That's right. You guys matter to us.
You matter to us.
So that is how we'll round out today's show, everybody. We hope you have a great weekend for me and Owen. Well, not for Owen, but for me, I'm going to have a great fall break coming up in about a week and a half.
I'll have a great fall break. I just won't have class.
Well, I mean, you just won't have class, but you'll still be here.
Yeah, that'll be great, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I love class.
That'll probably be nice. Yeah, I like class, too. All right. But yeah, everyone have a great weekend out there.
Yes.
And we will see you next week where we interview somebody.
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
I don't even think we know.
No, we don't.
It should be the women's golf team.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
So
who
have a
knows?
great weekend, everybody.